Okie
And that's what we're starting on. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Grim Hollow Boom Boys. Session 34, Dreams of the World Beyond. Let him die. We are going to let Seth give us a recap of last time.
Oh, great!
Yeah, we're back to being able to let you guys do recaps because we've actually played 2 weeks in a row for once.
All right. Well, last time on Grim Hollow Boom Boys, we ignored Octavian's invitation for
A
now
wise decision that will definitely not come back to haunt us.
in order to go and free Anatol from his accursed nightmare state. During that, we ended up in a old memory dream state situation thing of his time at the Dawn Keep in Old Astoria. During which he became a vampire after an attack on said Dawn Keep. And we went around and played detective for a little bit before we finally were like, alright, jig's up. We know you're a vampire. We know most of you are undead. Got some of the Radiant Dawn. Radiant Dawn? That's not what their name is. I think it's the Order of the Dawn. Found out one of their more extremist sects devours undead creatures they've slain to gain a little bit of their power. And then we were like, by the way, Anatol's a vampire, and you guys should probably put him down, since that's kind of the thing that you do. And, well, we exposed him, and now Anatol's a weird flesh worm thing. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I would say y'all didn't really play detective that much. Y'all pretty much solved immediately, and then we're like, we're gonna step back and listen and see what happens first before we give our information. That felt like more of what happened. Y'all already figured out pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. We speed ran it.
But yeah, now y'all are fighting, because Anatol turned into a creature of some sort. Yeah, so we are gonna jump right into initiatives.
Alright.
Dice roller. Dice roller. Initiative bonus. Hey, oh my god.
Ooh, a 4.
Oh, by the way, Caleb,
Yeah.
who has inspiration this week?
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Laxnor
Laxnor and Hume.
I was like, could I use mine before you say that?
Yeah, if you got one, go ahead and use it now. Because you're about to get inspiration, yeah.
Oh, okay, 13. Lucky 13.
So, yeah, Laxnor and Hume get inspiration this week.
Hooray! Let's see them rolls, boys. Do better than that 2 that I rolled that became a 4. Come on, Vamonos. Drew and Chris might be muted.
Alright, 24 for
my
Boone.
bad.
Nah, you're good. I realized that both of y'all were quiet. I was like, I can't read if y'all's icons are muted or not, but...
I mean, knowing them, it's... depending how
we
quiet they are, you know they're
Myself
muted.
is always on my headset.
Yeah, that's my problem, is I'll be talking, I'm like, no, I'm not muted. And I look down at my little earpiece, and I'm like, oh, yep, I see the red light. Never mind. I've been just talking away at nothing.
Alright.
Yep.
So we
You
got
know,
Laxnor, we got Boone. We need Humi and Tanachi to give us initiative.
you
Let me
guys
do that
wouldn't
real
have
quick.
that problem about not knowing when your like headphones dead if it made a really loud beeping noise to let you know.
No, they're
That's
not
fair.
dead. They're
Mine won't die though. It's just
muted.
muted. But see, I have a red light, and you're supposed to be like, "Oh, you can see the red light, right?" But if I put it below my cheekbone, like in line with my lips right now, I can't hardly see it if it's red.
Mm.
I got puffy cheeks, I guess. Is that or my mustache hair or something's in the way because I can't see it down there. So I usually have to keep it up by my face, and my sensitivity is set a little funny. 22.
Woo!
Dang, Boone, that
I
plus
guess.
7 is crazy.
Oh, you think I'm crazy? Drew's also really
I
fucking
know.
crazy.
I'm waiting for the 29 he's about to roll. It don't even surprise me anymore.
Hold on,
Crazy.
hold on.
Crazy. I was
Drew rolled. Oh, yes.
I was crazy once.
They put me in a room. A rubber
I-
room.
Bam.
That's 25, basically. Calvin and all y'all's high
Yeah.
My inspired roll was a lucky 13.
All right.
What are you guys here for?
Uh,
We're here to fucking kill tonight. Holy shit.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting.
See, I'm saving my rolls for when I need to kill things.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to go last to do so.
On the
Well,
upside,
because then you
look,
can hit it with fire.
Yeah, well, unless, our like melee people rush in and then I don't want to burn everybody, but
Yeah.
depends how bad we're losing.
I wouldn't worry
Well,
too much, man. Look, you got 3 big motherfuckers in front of you. Actually, more than that.
it's Tanachi first.
All right, well, let's see what the damage. Speaking of
So
damage,
we're attacking this big blobby thingy.
Yeah,
that's the vampire dude.
yeah, he turned
Alright,
into
let's
that.
do it then.
Yeah, because ironically, he was the vampire the whole time, and then he had given Boone the stick that in his dream logic was a stake.
Like a stick for a steak.
Well, ain't that convenient.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna shoot him. Do I have silver bullets? Hold on.
You do.
I
You
do?
should. You should. That was the one thing you told me to ask you to buy.
Do I need them right now? Is silver what vampires?
Actually, that's a
Yeah,
werewolf
no.
thing.
He's not that anymore, so
Oh.
he's whatever the blob thing is. His stats are
Oh.
going to be according to that.
Okay.
I mean, blob thing might be part werewolf.
Mm.
Alright, I guess I'll just shoot him normally then. Or might also have something else.
Well,
I want to say I had like incendiary ammo.
I
now that
asked you if you wanted anything special like that when we were buying the special bullets. You answered no.
well,
Okay.
well,
Alright, well, regular bullets
so
it
it's
is.
time for buyer's regret, or in this case, not buyer's regret.
Buyer's
However,
remorse.
Yeah.
Buyer's remorse.
However, I will remind you, your short sword is magic.
I ain't getting that close to Ren.
He said, have you seen that thing?
It's a large creature. Or actually, it should be.
Indeed.
Hold on, let me double check. It's a huge. Let me make sure that's the right size. I think that is.
Oh my god, this room's about to get a little cramped.
Yeah.
Double checking. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's 9 squares, so a 3x3. Yep.
3x3.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be 15 foot by 15 foot. Yeah. So
Thank goodness I am out of, unless it has reach, I am out of the range for that thing. I will just probably exit stage right.
Here, let me.
It's going to take me a while to get to that point. I don't know who I'm kidding.
Does that hit?
it does indeed.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
3, 2,
Good,
6
good.
plus 4.
All right.
And I'll shoot him again. And there's the damage.
And that, okay. Yep. So 20 damage total.
Go ahead and half that.
Um, double checking. Is it
They
a
may not be true.
Is it piercing?
It is piercing, yeah. Or
Um,
I'm pretty sure it's piercing. It's
what
not
kind of
bludgeoning.
are you using your silver bullets, or are you just using your regular?
Silver. We'll go with silver.
Okay. I believe that count. Seth, remind me. Does silver count as magical in this scenario if it's immune to non-mag, if or resistant to non-magical?
It should say so in the creature's stat block.
It just says resistant to piercing from non-magical. So
So it
I
pains me to say it.
it's half damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it only takes 10 then. Okay.
Looks like it's my time to burn.
All right.
I mean,
Anything
it's
else
not
from
my turn,
Tanachi?
but
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay.
I don't really plan on moving.
In that case, it is Boone's turn.
All right. Well, seeing as how I'm right there,
Wonder Twin powers, form of a bucket of water.
you know what? Nah. Do I want to use my arc rifle for that? No, I'll save that for big problems.
What did I miss? I'm sorry. Yeah, but I'm supposed to be some.
Are you good? So
Uh,
Drew only did half damage on his attacks because it was non-magical.
I will take out. I'm forgetting what our ruling is for like. Whatever. I'll just take out my saber and cast magic weapon as a bonus action. Just
You're good. We'll count this as being able to get it out. Yeah.
okay. So, for the purposes of when you cast magic weapon, it adds a +1 to attack and damage rolls. So first swing with Boon Saber, 22.
That hits.
Okay.
Okay. D8 +5.
All right.
Second attack, 14 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. Another D8 +5. And of course, the Gloomstalker special on the first turn for Phantom attack.
Yep.
I need to go ahead and start looking at my spell sheet.
And yeah. So, and since it's relevant, magic weapon, the spell does exactly what it says on the tin.
So in this case, All
the
this is
movement
all.
saved.
Yeah, yeah, yep. So this is full damage. Okay, so 29 total.
Stab slash stab.
All
Nice.
right. And I assume that is all of Boone's actions.
Well, I mean, I could run away,
You, you
but
could
I mean,
certainly
I'm on the.
try.
You know what? I'm just gonna. What if I go over here?
Okay, which means you're still.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Fucking son.
you're like, this doesn't count. Because you
Yeah.
stayed in range.
Actually, I think I have enough movement to get about here. So now it's flanked.
10, 15, 20. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So actually one over.
No, remember, Gloomstalker's Dread
Oh,
Ambusher,
yep.
40
Yep.
feet on my first turn.
So you get an extra, yeah.
Get an extra 10 feet.
Yep. So technically you could even go 5 more, but yeah.
Yeah, but I want to flank them between
I'm
me and
yeah.
Ciel.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, it is the creature's turn, but first it's gonna get some support. So let me get that in here. So I forgot to do that. Where is it at? As y'all are in the middle of this fight, you start to hear some creatures skittering and flying in, and you see 2 swarms of bats fly in.
Mm.
And join up alongside it.
Oh, das Scheiße ist wunderbar.
Yeah.
Yeah, what he said. Oh, okay. For some reason I can't drop them in. That's okay.
They're fucking glitching into the floor.
Yeah. Let me see if I can just... Let me see if maybe they've got... Yeah, they got free asset ones. There we go. So. Alright. Let me add them to the turn order now. Alright. The creature's gonna go... The creature itself is gonna go first. And it is going to try to attack Boone. And it is going to... You feel this psychic attack coming from the creature.
Okay.
Let's see if it actually hits you, though. Nope. It's gonna try again. It's gonna hit that time. For 21 damage.
Alright, cool. Damn. Right.
And part of the effects of this on your next turn, let's see.
Okay.
Target is affected as if by a confusion spell during its next turn. So on your next turn, you'll have confusion spell repercussions.
Alright.
Specifically, roll a d10 for me.
Okay. This is what I get for making myself a threat. 4.
4. Target doesn't move or take actions. So on your next turn, you basically skip turn.
Hey Caleb, how many minutes into the session are we?
21.
Okay, cool. I needed to know before I swore. What a bitch.
And then it is now going to attempt the same thing onto Tanachi.
This is some 2025 monster
Why
manual.
me? What the heck?
It's gonna hit Tanachi for 18 damage.
I have a feeling I may actually want to fireball this thing.
We're
I'm
hitting
changing
from
my
range.
tactic now.
So Tanachi takes 18 damage, and then Tanachi, roll a d10 for me.
Okay. There you go.
A 6. You will also just skip your next turn.
Gotta love that.
This thing is gonna be a gem.
You know?
Oh, Chris, I hope you're ready.
Nachi and Boone hit that motherfucker once and he was like, nope,
Let's see.
Well, I also got the NPCs, so I'm sure they may actually have a chance at a turn.
Possibly.
And it is now Humi's turn.
Yeah, okay. Chris, thou be muted again if you hear us.
My bread. What was I supposed to do? I'm sorry.
It's your turn, dog.
Oh yeah.
And if you didn't hear that, he just basically royal slime jellied the boys there with psychic abilities and such. But this,
I'm gonna step over here on this side right now, and then I'm just because I feel like why not? And then I'm going
may
to
come to regret this decision, but yes.
use my magic long sword of holy justice and whack at him with also using a paladin point thing for divine strike. Which let me see what I add to that.
Oh, where's the measuring tool?
the trials of being a spellcaster.
Well, you know, some say trials, some say How bad is everyone gonna? Oof. Damn.
That
Oh, I was like, well, how bad could it? Yeah, it's pretty bad. The spell would take out the whole flight of stairs. That's something good to keep in mind, though. If we're ever running up or down stairs, I can blast this and basically take out a stairwell. Because I'm pretty sure that, yeah.
Sorry, I was checking some. I was checking some stuff, and then I come back to say, "Oh yeah, might not be
Yeah.
a good idea."
Let's see. If I shoot that corner over there, dang, it still would get. It would still. Hang on. Let me across to that one.
And then
Hard to measure a radius so well.
it'll be. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing it right.
You don't have to center it on the creature. You just have to.
No. But even if I did it like this, technically that's still gonna hit Chris.
And boom.
At a 20-foot radius and boom. Yeah, well, I figured at this point boons get hit anyway. Yeah, I could just blast the bedroom back there in the storehouse. Maybe a ale keg or explode or something, you know. But
Also, you are hitting all three of those attacks, by the way, or both of those attacks, by the way. 23 and 26 hit.
nice.
So yeah, 20 and then 15. Is that with the magic sword? Because you have a magic sword, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the magic sword.
So that's 35 damage total. That's just going directly to the creature.
I didn't have
Nice.
this
That
right,
was a
but
solid,
like,
solid hit.
I think the smite is just, if I'm not mistaken, it's 1d8 per.
Oh no, no.
No.
It is 2d8 per the level of the spell slot you use for your smite.
First.
In addition,
So,
if this is an undead creature, you roll an additional d8.
Let me double check if it is.
I
It
rolled
is.
3d8.
It is undead.
3d8. 3d8 on top of.
Yeah.
3d8.
Yep, add an extra
God, I need to
3d8.
build a paladin character.
Alright, so it is 35, 45, 48.
48 damage on one first go.
You have faced divine justice.
So this creature, I can safely say this creature is in bleeding range.
I was gonna say, I don't even have to. I might not even get to attack the thing.
It is Mersh's turn.
He's lucky he don't have blood. If he does, he might be
I mean,
fucked.
assuming that's it for Humi. Is that it for Humi?
Indeed.
Okay. Then yes, it is Mersh's turn. Let me get their stats out. Mersh is going to pull out a longbow and shoot from the well, no, they're going to pull out their short sword in 5, 10, 15. That will hit. Well, hold on. Okay, I was just seeing if maybe they got a nat 20 from having the advantage from the flanking. Oh, okay. They maxed out the damage that they could.
That's awesome.
And of course, they have silvered weapons because they're vampire hunt. I mean, they got magic weapons. If it's silvered, then yeah, because silver does count as magical. So actually, that should have been full damage actually, from Tanachi.
Does that kill the thing?
No, but it does add an extra 10 damage. It does, yeah, it adds back the 10 damage that it should have taken, an extra 10 that it should have taken.
I'm not getting that spell slot back, am I?
Absolutely not.
Probably not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
But it is after.
Saber is silvered, but
Yeah. Oh,
it's like
if it is silvered, then yeah, go ahead and take your, take your spell slot back.
you can give it 2 points of health back because that's really all it did.
Okay.
Me adding that spell.
Yeah, that was a DM blunder, so I will gladly give you back your spell slot.
Yeah, also, I think it's because of how the silvered weapons are ruled in Avaris.
Well, silvered is that way even in Forgotten Realms. It's silvered counts as it's magical because it's silvered, right?
I guess. I may have
Um,
been ruling something wrong for a very long time then.
I'm pretty sure silvered weapons are magical. I can double check that right now. Yes, they are magic weapons.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a cheap. It's
for some reason.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a cheap way for players to be able to magic their weapons without having to get new weapons, right? Because they can just go, well, I'm gonna pay to silver it, and then it's a magic weapon, and then you don't have to worry about the stupid non-magical damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of creatures have the whole resistance to non-magical weapons. You would be surprised how many creatures have that. It is a lot. It is Raphael's turn though, and so he's gonna start popping. He's actually gonna flip sides over here so he can start going after the bats. Because somebody has to. Before they become a problem. I believe that hits. That would kind of be crazy if a swarm of bats had a higher AC than that. It does hit.
Yeah, but
can he do enough damage in one attack? Because if so, then he could go. He could actually start hitting the creature as well right after this. Nope, not quite enough. So he will have to strike again. And he's got a nat 20. Of course he is. He automatically just kills it because it only had one more HP left. So he overkilled this.
fantastic.
And then he's gonna aim for the main creature now. And he will hit. For 5. Alright. That was his 3 attacks. And that brings us to Etienne, who does have a level of exhaustion on him. But we're going to use the 2024 rules for that, not the 2014. So I think that just means it's a -1 on the roll, if I remember correctly, for 2024. Because they like simplified it, because they were like, man, 2014 is too complicated on the exhaustion. This is too much.
There is a bit happening.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay, it's -2, because it's whenever you make a d20. Oh, only for test rolls, not attacks. Interesting. Because is an attack considered a test roll? I don't think so.
Assuming that it's what the
Oh,
fuck
it
is
is.
a test roll?
It is. Okay. Okay, so ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws are all test rolls. So yeah. Okay, it does count. A d20 test is what it's called. D20 test roll. So any d20 roll. So yeah. Okay, so then yeah. So their attack is going to actually be... And they're using a spear. It's going to be... Instead of +4, it's +2. They will still hit. Let me double check though. Oh. And the good news is, since it's a spear, they don't actually have to move in closer. Yeah, so they still hit. 4... 3 damage. And then they do get multi-attack, so they're going to attack again with the spear.
Alrighty.
Oop, did not mean to do that. And they will hit
Nice.
for 7 damage. Alright. It's looking good for you guys, but it is the first... Well, Swarm of Bats 1 is dead, so it's actually Olesia's turn.
I'm feeling pretty confident right now.
She is going to deal with the second Swarm of Bats. Before they can get a turn. And I believe she's going to hit easily. Yep. And she's going to knock it in 1. It's dead immediately.
Nice.
And then she gets multi-attack, so she's going to attack the creature. And she will hit for 8 more damage.
Alrighty.
This thing is... You can tell it's like on its last breath. Yeah, Laxor, I don't think you're getting a turn.
Nah, I was like, and then it's like Star's turn.
No, it is
I
Aaron's
thought I'd
turn.
lick it.
So Aaron might be the one to finish this off.
Look, my favorite type of fight
can
is the
do it.
one I don't participate in.
Dead fireball everybody.
That was definitely the
I'm
starting
just playing.
plan.
Don't do that. I'm just playing.
No, that was definitely the starting plan.
I think he missed. He did.
There's still a chance.
So it is actually going to be Laxnor's turn because he doesn't get extra attacks yet, or at all. So, Laxnor, you're up.
Well, what do you know about that? Well, I'm going to now go back on what I was going to do, given that it's basically dying. Firebolt. I need to hit, what is my modifier? I think it's plus 10. Huh? Why
You
is
would
the
have to
movement tool
roll.
still on?
You would have to
There
roll
we go.
really low to.
Yeah, I have a feeling I probably won't.
You're
Close.
good. Yeah.
25. All right, and then it is 2d10. Doop, doop.
You don't even have.
Modifier.
You don't even need to roll for damage. It had 1 HP left.
8 damage. Good enough.
Good enough. Yeah. You kill. Yeah. It had 1 HP left. You killed it.
See, boys, that's how you take out a monster.
And as it goes up in flames, it's the creature starts to revert back to Anatol form. Sorry, I did not mean to bring it back from the. I meant to bring back
All good.
Anatol form.
It comes back again as the same creature.
No, so Anatol comes back, and Anatol kind of looks up at you guys, and there's like this realization in his eyes, and he looks over at, if I remember correctly, Boone, you gave Olesia the steak, right?
Yep.
And so he looks at Olesia and he says, "Do it quickly before it's too late." And Olesia kind of hesitates at first, but nods and strikes the stake into Anatol's heart. And as soon as that happens, a flash of light breaks, and y'all find yourselves in Anatol's house back in Dreamtown.
Fantastic.
Alright, so yeah, y'all are back in Anatol's house. He wakes up. As he's waking up, you notice that he let me make sure I give you all the right rewards here. Yeah, so he wakes up and he's like, "Oh my. So that's what happened. That's why oh my god, I killed one of my best friends."
It happens. Don't let it wear on you, kid. Now we're getting out of here.
Speak for yourself. Well, I'll get it prepared, but I've never killed a friend yet. It
I
might be a person.
yeah, I don't have much to pay you back with, but I'll give you what I can. And he he opens one of his drawers and he pulls out a bag and tosses it to whoever. So whoever wants to catch it.
I guess I will take it, as obviously the party leader.
Mhm.
So when you get the bag, you can open it and you see that it's a collection of buttons and trinkets and some actual coins because you know the dream logic, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Lovely, fantastic. Thank you.
that should be 46 silver and 30 gold.
Yes, this will get us a nice meal. Thank you.
Um,
I will use it well.
and you can mark that in your inventory as 46 silver and 30 gold. Because whenever y'all leave, it will transfer to that.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me write that down. 46 silver and what?
30 gold.
You know, we keep giving the craziest one of us the most money, and so far it hasn't not worked out.
Yeah, like he's not buying a bunch of weird stuff yet.
I mean, I figured I'd keep the bags separate, as it was a group thing. Does not mean I'll remember that later, but I did jot it down separate to
Yeah.
be considerate.
He does look back at you guys and goes, so now I'm aware of what's going on. I'm dead, and my soul is just for this lich, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, sorry, man. Soul's kind of being used as like a battery.
I would rather just disappear than be used for such a awful creature.
Just my sentiments exactly. Now, back to that getting out of here part.
Well, in that case, I pledge myself to help you guys no matter what.
Fantastic.
Which is great because let's see.
So, to reiterate, we have Tristram, a knight, Simone, the former apprentice of the lich that killed us, Kip, a thief, and now Anatol, a former vampire hunter turned vampire.
Darn blob monster. Oh, we need to make him go blob monster again.
Heck yeah. Blood
Too soon?
monster.
I didn't really get much of a response. Figured that might have been a little too soon.
Nah.
Attack.
I
That's
like
what
blood
I know it
monster.
often eludes you, but try to have some right now.
Let me roll something, because some stuff might be different now because of all
Actions that have unfolded.
yeah, just because of the fact that y'all have kept waking people from the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we making sure everybody make it out.
Reality would be somewhat less stable.
Dreamtown anyways is, yes, because
The laptop just went to like battery mode.
well, Octavian's in case y'all haven't figured it out, Octavian's losing control of the town the more y'all do this. Because remember, that was the
Yeah.
whole reason he asked y'all to. He was like, hey, I need more control of this town. Y'all need to get them back to sleep properly. Instead,
That we
y'all
did
have,
not do.
yeah, instead y'all have waking them up. One of y'all roll a d10 for me.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I don't seem to have exceptional luck
Okay.
tonight.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
A 4.
Again.
Okay.
I mean, is a 5 out of 10 really that bad?
You also notice, it took you a second, but you notice that this is a younger looking version of Anatol.
Hmm.
And
Max, is that or
no, you're good. And as Boone goes, Anatol's like, what?
Nothing.
Um,
Just got some beauty rest, I guess.
everybody, Sarah, let me double check. There's no coin flip in here, is there? No.
I don't think so.
That's unfortunate. Okay, in that case, everybody roll a d4.
Alrighty.
And I just need to know if it's odd or even.
Even.
D4 times. Even.
Humi and Tanachi, roll me a d4.
D4.
Tanachi
Nice.
is a 1.
I also need to
And,
see me to roll a 3.
and Humi. A 3? Yeah! Oh my god.
I'll be darned. We rolled 1, 2, 3, and
that's
4.
how I
2
do
even,
it.
2 odd.
That's how I
Okay.
do it.
As y'all now
That
kind of
seems
get a
like a
chance.
very
Yeah.
odd chance.
As y'all finally get a chance to kind of scan the room and look at each other, Boone, you notice that Tanachi kind of looks like how he looked when y'all were still living with your dad.
All right.
Younger?
Yeah, he looks younger.
I look at Humi.
And Boone, everybody notices Boone looks, his hair is a little bit grayer. It's even in his beard. And there's a couple wrinkles here or there. He's older looking.
Right.
Laxnor is also looking older, which is strange because y'all didn't figure y'all figured a dreamer could never look older, but he's got more wrinkles about him.
No.
And Humi looks younger.
Okay.
So whatever is
Oh,
going on, everybody is starting to look either older or younger.
Mm.
so either you guys aged or your makeup is rubbing off.
That's actually really funny.
You know that I don't wear anything like that.
So, well, then my friend, you may want to start because you have so many pros feet.
Must have meant there was something to smile about.
Hey, that's a good point. Look at that. That means we're gonna make it out of here, right? Future telling pros feet. I like it.
All right. Why are you too young, though?
I've
Always
always been
young.
this young.
I agree with Lax North for once.
Because we've
I don't
always
have
been
a
young-hearted.
There you go.
I think you all look just like I remember.
It must be something to do with this dream, obviously.
Mm.
Gotta be.
Debatable.
Well, let's regroup with the others and then we march on Octavian.
Yeah. I'll let y'all decide what to do next before we.
Um, well, we got lots of money. Is there anything we need to pick up from the shop?
Might as well.
Some skin
Banana.
cream.
Okay. As y'all leave Anatol's house, and he's gonna follow y'all.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm arranging things here.
All good.
Y'all walk out, and immediately Octavian Dreamwalker stands before Casimir's gate, his body glowing like a star. Dreamers are hurrying through the square along their designated tracks, eager to not draw suspicion to themselves, as y'all start to realize, and y'all can notice, everybody is now free of the lucid dreaming.
Interesting.
But Octavian pays them no mind. Dreamtown is shifting and fracturing around him. And through the gate, you catch a glimpse of the material plane beyond. Out there on the weathered cobblestone lies a single body. Sensing movement in the square, Octavian stops what he's doing and grimaces. Disloyal slugs! If you had merely cooperated, things would have been different. I didn't want to use any of your disgusting bodies, but you've left me no choice. You will die.
You say disgusting.
Speak for yourself.
You will
What
die
it
as
is.
Dreamtown burns
Go
around
ahead,
you.
Well, boys, you know that thing we typically do when we have to leave a situation?
And what's that?
We'll pass.
The ground rumbles and shakes, and in an instant, the main square collapses inward. Octavian, the body, which is Humie's body, and Casimir's gate are all gone. In their place gapes a gigantic hole in the center of town. The hole is so deep that there is nothing visible but within. Nothing visible within, but complete and total darkness.
That seems good.
He took my body?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
You're gonna give us that back, bitch.
Well,
So
joke's on
that
him.
begs
He's
the
going to be
question.
real thirsty if he takes it.
So what is that? Oh, so what is? Then how is Humi?
So are y'all going to jump into this?
Already on it.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
Humie's already jumped. Humie's already jumped into the hole in the ground.
I was definitely out there like a torch down there, but
This is some Silent Hill fucking shit.
yeah.
I
Jump
jumped in the many holes in my day.
I will say I apologize. I do not have any battle maps for this, so we will be using
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the Mind. Yes.
Well, you know what? YOLO. I'm still gonna throw a torch in there.
Throw a fireball. Fuck it. No, I'm just playing.
If you was already almost dead when you get to the bottom, I tell you what.
You're right. I might be dead. You're just gonna hear that fucking Fortnite noise.
So Humie's already falling through, and when Laxnor throws a torch down, it both Humie and the torch immediately just blink sort of out of existence like Octavian did.
Oh. See, guys, it's all a parlor trick. And then I'm just gonna dive in as though I was diving into like a pool.
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, and so like you kind of just jump into this never-ending darkness.
You just say, ah! Then it just stops.
Um, and like at first you kind of lose sense of time as you're falling through this darkness. Is everybody jumping in at this point, I assume?
Yeah.
Um,
Skip, Tristram, we're
It
going
just
in the
picture,
hole.
And-
I
Anatol,
just
I told you
picture
to
like,
yell at you when you're right here.
yeah.
yeah.
And Simone as well.
Anatol's gonna jump in with you.
Imagine Tanachi decides like, nah, I'm good, fam. Y'all got it. Just waits there.
You would be correct.
Are you actually going to just wait there?
I'll wait to see you once y'all get down there.
For those who
In
have
the void
jumped,
hole?
eventually the darkness of this place gives way to the bright light of circular discs burning far, far away, like distant galaxies adrift in space. These discs travel closer and closer until they pass by, and more appear on the horizon to take their place. So it's kind of like you're flying through this nebula, right? And everybody who's in here, I need initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh, what a wonderful day. This is going to be interesting.
To say the least.
18.
16. Might have even been my best roll yet.
And a 14. And then Anatol. And let's see what Anatol gets. 13. And then Aaron and you also have Aaron and Zaphael with you.
I'm interested to know how our comrades.
So the only one who
fare
didn't join
jumping
is
out.
yeah, the only one who didn't jump is Tanachi.
Yeah, to be fair, thinking about it though, the last time we jumped into a mysterious portal, we were here. Well, there. So I can't say I blame him on that, honestly.
All right, and then everybody is immediately going to take 6 necrotic damage.
Fantastic.
Ow. Fun just keeps coming, doesn't it?
And so y'all are kind of just sitting in this like galaxy of like swirls and kind of just chilling here. It is Boone. What are you gonna do?
I guess we'll look for either like a route out or like evidence that fucking Octavian has been here.
Okay.
Do a little investigation.
Give me give me an investigation to try to, because I assume you're like tracking almost. So,
Yeah.
so I will accept investigation or survival
Oh,
because he's tracking.
Yeah, I'll use investigation. Oh wait, oh. There we go. 22.
All right. With that, you kind of tap one of the little, like one of the sort of galaxy-looking rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you realize these are not galaxies; these are portals.
oh.
Oh, okay.
And that obviously, Octavian must have went through one of them to escape.
Okay. Can I tell which one?
Yeah, you should be able to figure out which. I believe you know which one it is. It's probably the
Okay.
one that's like kind of not right in front of you, but to the right a little bit.
All right. Boys, he went this way. And I'll head to that portal.
I'm gonna follow, but from a distance, and like jump down in.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I was gonna say
heard any of
Tanachi,
that.
you don't hear any of this. Like, meanwhile, you don't know what's going on in there.
Ain't
So
that fun? I guess I'll jump in.
Okay, so you jump in
Nobody
eventually.
else did, yeah.
I assume that
Uh,
investigating was my action, right?
yeah. Tanachi, give me a also give me an initiative.
Okay.
This will also decide if you get there in time to catch where they're going before they. Okay, yeah, you get there in time.
And
Uh,
for my next trick, I will cast Healing Spirit so I can heal myself.
okay.
It's not a lot, but is
I
helpful to
will.
me.
I will say then everybody gets through the portals in time. We'll just skip turn orders and say everybody gets in. Tanachi, you pop in just as Aaron is the last one to be going through this portal, and you're like, oh, I guess everybody's going this way. So
Yep.
you're able to
Okay.
follow them.
Works for me.
Um,
Glad I wasn't left behind and in a different universe.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here.
and as you guys are going through this portal, I need everybody to give me a acrobatics check.
Okay. This might be an interesting one.
Mm.
Alright,
Did not.
acrobatics.
Am not very acrobatic.
10.
So better than what I rolled.
So all we need is Tanachi's acrobatics.
Comes in doing a backflip.
I inspire like Snore.
Okay.
I did do a backflip,
You're
actually.
gonna inspire me to do better. Oh wow,
Yeah,
you
just in
freaking
case.
did a backflip, brother.
Damn, he did a bunch of backflips, gymnastic Olympiad style.
Oh.
Damn, brother.
You face planted.
Twice.
Uh,
I'm sorry, brother.
let's see.
I inspired
What a
you.
merry, what fucking excellent monster hunters we are.
Well, there's, Boons on Tanachi, and then there's Shumi, and then there's Zaphael, who's not even really a monster hunter,
And
and then there's
then
Aaron, and then there's Laxnar, and then
You
there's
fell
the other
asleep.
monster hunters
You
that
fell
aren't
asleep
even
mid
here.
call.
all right.
So there's
So
probably some random citizen from town, and then there's Laxnar.
if you got a 15 or higher, you made it through.
Uh-oh.
And if you did awful,
If you didn't, you are still falling through this. You were unable to escape the void quite yet, and I am going to give y'all another d6 of necrotic damage.
God damn it!
hooray!
I sealed the
Yeah.
first fucking one.
This time, take 6.
Damn.
That's lovely.
Let's see, who did not make it? Zaphael is the only one who didn't make it out of the sidekicks.
Attaboy. Show him how it's done.
So, meanwhile, Anatol and Aaron made it.
That's funny. But, he shoots a bow. He knows how to slip.
So, let's see. So, Humi and Tanachi are the only ones who made it out of the main cast.
Easy peasy.
Oh no. Oh, Octavian, you poor, poor bastard.
Humi and Tanachi, as soon as you leave this nebula of colors and darkness, you find yourself in a room with papers and parchments swirling about you, dropping from the ceiling as you hit this room full of writing desks and bookshelves. Every surface covered in a thick layer of dust and paperwork. A small fire dances safely in the fireplace, never tempted by all the paper material around it. The papers and dust settle, leaving the windowless room still and quiet. On one desk sits an inkwell, a feather quill, and a skull paperweight. So that's
So we were done with the clue games.
so that's Tanachi and Humi. That's what y'all see as soon as y'all
A
land.
bit spooky. It's like a hurricane in the library.
Yeah, the hurricane was you guys landing here.
Where do we go now, then? I guess we try to wait for the other guys to come through, or find a way maybe we can help them come through.
I guess, does that mean the portal is like persistent from the other side, or was it like a one-way deal?
It's yeah, like the portal kind of closes above like they look up and the from
It's just
if
a roof.
it just kind of yep, it's just now a ceiling now.
Well,
And actually, we're gonna as I'll let them figure out what they want to do, and we'll jump back to those of you who are still falling through the portals. Go ahead and give me. If you can come up with a creative solution of how to escape this, I will accept an athletics check instead of an acrobatics.
I don't know that either really helps me, but it actually hurts me, so I will stay with acrobatics.
Okay, what have I got on me?
Wow. I'm gonna use my own inspiration if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jesus, these rolls. That was the wrong roll. Damn it.
Explorer's pack. What's in a fucking explorer's pack?
Meanwhile, y'all see Zaphael make it through.
Oh, well, that's
Fantastic.
okay. Cool. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my fucking feet of rope, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take out my crowbar from being a criminal and try to like use that kind of as a makeshift fucking grappling hook to pull myself through the portal.
Okay. Yeah, I'll accept that.
Also, I'm gonna heal with my little healing spirit.
Oh my gosh. That was a D6. Roll that. Try that again.
No, it's supposed to. I fucked up the first time. It's not
This is the
supposed to.
healing?
Yeah. Sorry, this isn't for Laxnor, Steve. This is just for Boo.
Yeah.
I know. I'm prepared to suffer.
God, it'd be
And
crazy if your spirits died from.
The
Well, they're
necrotic
not real.
damage. Imagine you
Don't
saw
have
my
to
healing spirit
right?
that died.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for your escape. Yep. Oh, Boone made it. So all that's left is Laxnor. And then there was one.
I do have a plan for my next attempt, but I don't know if you want to go back to the rest of the group for now.
Well, first I want to roll for your damage.
We could have went to the group first.
Take 4 more damage. Oh, buddy.
Oh, I should probably be marking this on my token, huh?
This
I don't know
boy
if it
gonna
matters
die,
a whole
man.
lot, but
I don't know if that token is accurate. I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
actually think it is. No, it is actually accurate. I'll be darned. Yeah, it's fine. I don't even think I can edit it. That or my browser's tripping, but whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm chilling. I'm like 2/3. Actually, I may be 2/3 exactly.
Man, y'all are roughing it through here.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so back in this like sort of library or office or however you want to describe it. Humi and Aaron and Anatol and Tanachi are here, and they look up and they see first Zaphael fall through, and then Boone, and they kind of once again the papers go flying everywhere as these two fall through, and then Laxnor is still missing.
I have now come up with essentially 2 possible ways of getting out, but
Huh,
for sure one to be considered.
what a funny group of adventurers.
Of the accurate noise.
That Octavian?
Nope.
No. Okay.
As y'all look around, you don't see anybody in the room. When you look around, you just see the because this is the first time Boone's getting a chance to look around. You just see a bunch of paper everywhere. Once everything
This
settles,
is
you see
exactly what's about to happen.
you see an inkwell, a feather quill, and a skull paperweight.
At least I think I do. All right, what say you boys? What do y'all do in the room?
Trying to figure out a way out of here.
We looking, looting, or leaving?
Are there
Loot,
any
leave.
like
Yeah,
doors
looking.
that?
I'm sorry,
There comes
everybody
that
was
little-
talking at once.
No, you're good.
Who was talking first? I think there was Chris
We
and.
were just kind of. It was me and Drew, but we were mostly
Oh.
chit chat.
Okay. Boone. Then what were you asking?
Oh, I was asking if there was a door or anything.
You do see, like, let me double check. I believe there is an opening. You see another portal.
I'll look at it. Is this?
It's a different color.
Does it look like Octavian fucking sprinted through it?
Yeah. And you hear, yeah, he ran through there.
Hold on. Can I try and pinpoint that voice?
Yes,
I would say he already knew.
give me a perception check.
All right. Perception, baby.
18. You realize it's coming from the skull.
Knew it. Thought it.
I grab I grab my
Hey,
skull and I shake.
hey, careful now. And you see that its mouth is now moving now that you've paid attention to it. Do you grab everybody that you try to have a conversation with?
Sometimes if they don't talk fast enough, you lying?
Why would I do that?
Can I insight this?
Yeah.
Do you just grab everyone who tries to have a conversation? Sometimes.
Lord.
9.
Well, considering there's a lack of face, it's hard to get a good reading. But yeah, it's just a skull with a red kind of cap. And the name's Yorick. If you would be so kind to introduce yourself.
Wait a minute, Yorick. Shoots, El Perro, Tidewater, Churchgate, Yejin, Abradas, Fallen Dead, Limnor wants her dog back, Rockhammer. Is Yorick the name of the skull that Hume brought with him?
No, that was Gustav.
Gustav. Okay. What is with the talking skulls? All right.
Well, at least Gustav wouldn't have a friend.
Boys, if he's lying, smash him with a hammer.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm willing to help y'all out if y'all help me out.
What you want?
My body back.
Okay.
I know where it's at. I just obviously can't get to it.
All right. Deal.
Alright, I think it's been long enough. We'll cut back
Yeah.
to... Yeah, we'll give Laxnor another shot to escape, and then I think we'll wrap after that, depending on if he escapes.
Well, on that note, I guess would sound possibly transfer through the portals, or did the sound? No, the sound cuts.
No, the
from
sound
portal.
cuts, yeah.
Ah, fantastic. Okay.
You're
Next thing
basically
you
in
know-
space. There is no sound.
Yeah. So, yeah. Next thing you know, Laxnar just comes dashing through the portal. I'm gonna use Thunderstep. Use a spell slot to get out of here.
Okay, so you're using Thunderstep?
Yeah.
Give me a dex roll with advantage. Because I'll count that as creative usage of your abilities.
That was my hope. Oh. I have not rolled a decent roll this entire game.
Some days let's just have it shakes.
What's the modifier for your Thunderstep usually?
It is normally intelligence.
What's the
Yeah.
what's the modifier on it?
Plus 10.
I'll give it a 23 and say you, or sorry, a 21, and say that you make it through.
Fantastic.
Because you did roll 11 on one of them, and so I'll count that. So
Fantastic.
you, at the last set, like as Boone says deal, the portal above y'all in the ceiling opens up, and one more person drops in, and Yorick goes, "Is he with you?"
Yep.
And that's it for tonight. We'll end on a comedic moment. Is he with you? Yep. Bah. So, yeah. Things are coming to an end. Octavian knows y'all are fucking with his town. And he's now taken Humi's body a hostage.
He ain't playing that.
Yeah, y'all gotta do something to get that body back. And now y'all have made a deal with this talking skull to find him. So hopefully y'all will be able to get your Humi's body back and be able to deal with Octavian and get out of here next time. But we'll find out. Thank you everybody for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you really like our content, check the Patreon, which is linked down below, where you can watch our content before it's released publicly on YouTube. Also be sure to check out our Discord, also linked down below, to become part of our community. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one. Bye.